Joined today from Department of Trade Consumer Protection is our friend Michael. He's returned with some great tips. It's Financial Literacy Awareness Month. It's a lot to say.
It is the entire month, and it's a good opportunity for us to remind everyone, bring attention to how you can protect yourself, what you should be looking out, and kind of what's going on out in that scam arena.
You had told me, we talk about a lot of these things throughout the year, so kind of accumulated into some good stuff here, but these are all good reminders. So first off, we'll talk about the scam side here. So what do you look for just in general when we're thinking about our funds, our money, our bank accounts, our things here, and making sure we're spotting scams or looking for those things?
Well, you really want to look for things that are unsolicited, kind of a surprise, but also things that kind of fit in with what you might normally see. And a good example would be a computer pop-up. So for a lot of systems, whether it be the operating system or maybe that antivirus software that you have on there, you get a pop-up that says, hey, there's an alert, there's something maybe wrong with the system or a potential compromise of your personal information. And what they want you to do is call a number or click on a link, and that's where the danger lies. And what they're doing with these pop-ups is they're using that phone number to lead you to them. Certainly not the actual resource you're looking for, or you're clicking on that link and it either installs some kind of virus on your software or takes you to a website that looks like what you think would be and isn't.
Yeesh. And this goes across the gamut. I mean, you're talking like common companies, like you get the text message one I've seen many times. I think we've all seen it. And, pick your poison, big names, Amazon, UPS, FedEx. It happens all the time.
It does, and they pick those because so many consumers use them.
Mm-hmm.
We're using FedEx, UPS for shipping a majority of the packages. We know Amazon is a giant in their retail outlets. So if they are able to impersonate those, and even if they don't know you're a customer, there's a chance that you are. And so they send it out, and it makes you think, okay, yeah, I did order a package. Maybe I do want to check on what this problem is because you need to get it right away. And you end up clicking that link, calling that number, and things go sideways.
Yeah. And you got to think about it. These are randomly sent out. So, it's not like they know by you, me, or anybody that, it is a generic, the majority of people use these services. So we're just going to blanket this out there and see who bites.
That's exactly it. It's kind of playing the odds. You toss it out there, and then chances are a good portion of those people receiving them have ordered something off of Amazon, have used UPS, are waiting for something, and so that motivates them to go ahead and engage.
Absolutely. And you see it too, timing. We've talked about that too, depending on the year. So get around the holidays, you're expecting a lot of packages. Right. Bam, you're probably going to see more of these types of things pop up. So timing's everything too, I think.
It is timing. They take advantage of it.
All right, other things. Never move your money to protect it. That's a scam. Never move your money to protect it.
It is.
You have to say it twice. Wait, protect my money?
Correct. What these scammers are doing is they're trying to, we'll say, piggyback onto that, what we were just talking about. There's a compromise to one of your accounts or maybe all of your accounts. And they'll tell you that the only way for you to prevent future losses is to move that money. And what we're seeing a lot of times is they're telling you to move it into cryptocurrency. Or even locally, they're telling you to take cash and go to a Bitcoin or cryptocurrency ATM and feed that money in there. And then they give you that destination. And unfortunately, about as quick as you put that money in, that money's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
This one's good. Will your bank or investment fund stop a transfer to a scammer?
Oftentimes they will not. And that's
pretty surprising, actually.
It is because, unfortunately, they don't have the time to get in there and figure out, is it a scam, is it not a scam? Now, I will say financial institutions have done a great job in making sure that they're aware, they're educated, they know what the signs and red flags are, and they try and bring that to the attention of their members. But ultimately, if that member decides they want to send that money and they send it off and all of a sudden discover it's a scam, that money's gone.
Man, again, your hope, there's a lot of things to protect you out there, but yeah, that's just tough. I mean, literally, it's just tough to stop that.
It is, and there are different things you can do. This is a great one. Educating yourself, figuring out what are those red flags, what should I be suspicious of, what should I be looking for. But then also, when you have those outside parties that are telling you, hey, you might want to stop for a second. And scammers try to take advantage of that by saying, keep this a secret, don't tell anyone, don't talk to the teller. When you go to the bank, it's only be you and I, because if the more people that know about what's happening, the more compromise you'll have, and so on. And so it makes it difficult.
Now, we're not here coming out here like, trying to scare people by no means. These are all things that you can apply, and you got to get into that mode of we got to be thinking twice on just common things, right? I mean, really coming down to the basics. When I'm about to make a purchase or I'm getting these things unwanted, stop, think, act, so important.
Always. And it feels like every time we have a conversation like this, we're like, hey, here comes the doom and gloom. We're going to bring it down. But that's not the case. A vast majority of purchases are legitimate. A vast majority of these retailers or websites are legitimate. But there is that percentage that aren't. And it's that small percentage that aren't that unfortunately can account for a giant loss. And we always tell everyone that you're the first line of defense.
Yeah.
We're the second line. We're here to back up and try and provide resources and fix it. But you're the one that's there in engaging with that person or looking at that link. And so the more you know, and also the more you share, like exactly what we're doing here. It's not just us knowing it, but who else are we telling? Because the only way we're going to stop these scammers from being successful is if we don't engage. If we all know what to look for, we stop it, then they're not successful.
And that you bring up a good point of sharing, of letting you know, because while this seems like this is basic stuff, it's still happening, and that is crucial to this. It's still happening, so we're still not getting it to the right people, getting the information out there, or it's so common that they're like, oh, this they don't do that anymore.
While I love talking to you, I would love nothing more than for us to have nothing to talk about and not come on the show anymore.
Oh man, I miss you,
scams.
Michael. What would we talk? Well, we can talk about other things.
We'll figure something out. But it
All
would
right,
be great.
Michael. If people want to learn more about the stuff we talked about today, reporting, or maybe you figured out, man, I've been scammed. Where can they find more information?
Please visit our website at datcp.wi.gov, or you can give us a call at 1-800-422-7128.
Appreciate your time, Michael.
Thanks, Jeremy.